Guess I'm late. I told him you were under the weather. I don't think he bought that one. Gustavo?
No! Are you gonna help me with this because this thing's a bitch, or no?
Nah. You're doing great.
The people he conquers are treated without mercy. Assyrian tortures include impaling, an early form of crucifixion.
Crucifixion is really a general term for any display of a criminal on either a cross, a tree, a stake, or through impaling. The key thing is that they're raised up and displayed in a public manner.
Relief sculptures from King Shalmaneser's palaces clearly show his victims mounted on stakes outside the city walls.
It seems that what they did is that the Assyrians took a stake, inserted it into the person's stomach or lower regions without killing them, and then hoisted them up.
Impaling would have to be incredibly horrible, with combinations of being unable to breathe, unable to move, and an exquisite pain throughout the whole process. It would be very likely that a person who was impaled in such a way that no vital organs were actually punctured or pierced could survive for a period of time.
The graphic display of King Shalmaneser's impaled enemies is a calculated advertisement for Assyrian power.
Impaling, for example.
Romelli bail bonds helped this average father of three get his son out of jail, so he could bring him home to the kind of justice a jail just can't deliver. His justice. Grandpa's, sisters, mom's justice, and little brothers. Ah, family. Romelli Bail Bonds is here for your family's needs 24/7. Call Romelli Bail Bonds. Your family will get a release on life.
This morning, live in Stockton at the 2009 Baseball World Series is Rod Villagomez. Rod, good morning.
Rod. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing okay. Glad you could hear us. Okay, the baseball is really what is special here, too. Explain that.
It's actually a beeping ball. It sort of has a pin in it, like a grenade. You pull the pin, the ball beeps, and it's really more for the fielders out there so they can actually hear when the ball gets hit rather than the batter, because the batter works off of the timing from the pitcher. The pitcher's sighted, and he'll throw the ball and give a cadence of ready, set, pitch. And at that point, that's when the batter's supposed to swing. So the ball, it's just like a grenade, and it beeps. So
I encourage everybody to go out to take part in this. If you've never captured one of these games before in person, it's really fascinating. Other than what we described as no cheering during play, what are other unique rules to the game?
Well, there's only two bases, unlike in regular baseball where there's four. There's a first base side and a third base side, and those bases actually alternate beeping. So there's a person with a controller behind the action. If the ball's struck, then one of the bases beeps, and the player doesn't know which one's going to beep at any given time, and they run to the beep. So there's fielders out in the field, and basically they're in set positions, and the spotter calls out the position that the ball's moving toward if the ball gets struck.
All right, and I understand you guys have players from all over the country, all over the world, right, coming to this event?
We actually do. There's 15 teams that have registered this year, and one from as far away as Taiwan, so the Taiwanese team is here. And so far, they haven't lost a World Series, so the teams from the States have to step up.
And, of course, you got your own Stockton, the Stingrays, they're called, right, are participating?
We most certainly do. The Stingrays, they're relatively young in this tournament. They've only been around since 2005, but you know, for them to be able to host this, it's really a big deal for them because they've been bragging about Stockton for so long, and now it's finally time to show the other teams exactly why they were bragging about it.
Rod, what I love about this, now that it's been around for a while, you have players that have literally grown up playing the ball. Do you have any just really awesome pro-type players?
You know what? A lot of these teams actually have sort of bred from within. A lot of the older players have brought their kids on board, and I know a few of the teams have son and father-son, father-daughter connections. I know one on the Bayou Heat team, and I'm sure the Taiwanese team has several, you know, family connections in there.
Well, I tell you, if you guys would like to root on the home team, Stockton Stingrays, Rod, I guess what the first game is, am I right, 9 o'clock this morning?
The first pitch is actually about to take place soon. The teams are out there warming up. 9 o'clock is the first pitch, but there's 3 games today, so you won't miss out. The Stingrays play in another one at 11:30, and they have a 3rd day bye, but they'll be back tomorrow for 3 games.
Well, you got the World Series in Stockton there. It's the Beep Baseball World Series 2009. Thanks, Rod Villagomez, for explaining it all. Thanks, Rod.
Fascinating game. Thanks,
Thank you
Rod.
very much.